There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saint.
All right, man. Let's talk about real quick. Farmer almost getting sent to that upper room last night. And Chavez and Paul. Sorry with Chavez and Paul, 'cause I ain't gonna be alone. Disrespectful. This my guy's hair coming out. This hair, bitch hair. It's my hair. Shit, that's not hair. Man, very long. Almost time to chop it. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, cash up, $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. Sorry, I gotta pick the hair while I'm online or shit. I didn't know it was that nappy. Long ass hairs coming out and shit. But yeah, we here. But yeah, I ain't watched none of this shit to be real. But I seen that Jake Paul beat Chavez last night. And you know, Mexico let down boxing. Mexico let down boxing. You know, Mexico let down boxing. I don't know how you allow that to happen. You know, Chavez not only was already a disgrace to the Chavez name, but now you disgrace boxing even more by going in there and losing to Jake Paul. How does that even happen? How do you let a Disney actor beat up on a guy? And I understand that he old, he was lazy, he was a former world champion. Are these fights scripted? You know, are these fights scripted? You know, are these guys being paid to hold back? And I understand these guys are a lot smaller than him. You know what I'm saying? I get that. A lot of these guys are a lot smaller than him. Naturally, but there's no excuse. There's no excuse to be losing to an actor. This was disgraceful. It was distasteful. In Mexico, I mean, y'all need to get y'all shit together. This dude lost to an actor last night. What y'all think? Y'all think he paying these guys to hold back? I want to know y'all honest opinion. This dude at one point, I know he just passed his prime. At one point, he was a world champion. At what point, wasn't he? Yeah, at one point, he was a world champion. You know? And you go in there and you lose to an actor? Like, man, ain't no way, bro. I don't believe it. Personally, I think these fights are set up. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I think these fights are scripted, bro. Like I said, I didn't watch it. But ain't no way these dudes have been doing this shit their whole life is letting him you know, is they beating on letting him beat on them like that. I really think he paying these guys to hold back. Now, apparently Jake Paul just bought a $39 million plantation, it was reported, in Georgia. Yeah, white guy landed from a plantation. I got a whip for you, Toby. Used to be my homie, but you act like you don't know me. He paying these dudes to hold back. I didn't watch it. I believe he paying these guys to hold back. Now, apparently, we got breaking news. All right. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to pull this shit up. Well, let me wrap this up, and then we get to the news, and then we get to Farmer and wrap this shit up, because I ain't gonna be on. I gotta shoot some moves. I was on dog duty all weekend. I had 4 dogs. I had 4 fucking dogs this weekend. One of the dogs bit my girlfriend. He didn't bite her. He just nibbled her. What'd you do to him? Shit was funny. And little dogs is fucking hilarious. But yeah. I mean, I think he paying these guys to lay down, honestly. I mean, well, I know he is. You know, I know he is. Because, or allegedly, let me use the proper terms. I know he let man because I was told that Mike Tyson was paid to hold back, allegedly. So yeah, I reported that. So reporting he making these guys hold back, and so be it. I mean, if a lot of these I tell y'all, a lot of these fighters fight once, twice a year. I know y'all, a lot of y'all don't understand how money work. Y'all think, okay, he made $1 million after taxes. Man, y'all understand how you trick off money when you get paid? Like when you first got a job at the mall and all that, these niggas blow money, bro. These guys blow money. They blow money out so they willing at this point, they're willing to sell their dignity because they're broke. They're selling their dignity because they're broke. I'm telling you. Mike Tyson made so much money, he held back. He's paying these guys. It's basically paid entertainment, bro. They can't go out there and go all out. He's fighting rigged fights. But the most nasty, disgusting thing about the rigged fights that he fighting is that you got these professional fighters, right? Who are selling their dignity for some money. And what you got to understand too is Chavez Jr. come with a silver spoon up his asshole. So imagine to the guys who don't come with a silver spoon up their asshole, all these guys that fought once a year, they fought once a year. You know what I'm saying? They taking all these advances with high interest rates on the advances from the promoters and their managers. Do y'all understand how broke these dudes about to be? Real talk. Do y'all understand? Like if Holyfield made almost $1 billion, if Tyson made almost $1 billion, you know what I'm saying? If they made this amount of money and they lost it all, what do you think gonna happen to these Spences, the Charlos, why you think Wilder's still fighting? Wilder ain't fighting for the love of the game. Nigga need money. He tricked all his money off on that Filipino mulatto hoe. Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's call it what it is. He tricked his dough off. This is damn near up there. This is damn near up there with you trying to get into Hollywood and let Tyler Perry hit you from the Bizak. This is damn near up there with selling your asshole to Hollywood. Especially when you got the name like Chavez. Your father is who he is. He's considered the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, depending on who you talk to. And I'm going to address Ryan Garcia later. Don't worry about it. Not on this stream. I'll do a video if you was wondering. I'll address it today, you know. So this is right up there with that. You have that name, that country behind you. And what people remember you for now is, you know, half-assing your boxing career, having one great 12 round after getting shellacked by Sergio Martinez for 11 rounds and ending his prime by being the cruiserweight in there. And people gonna remember you for selling yourself out to Jake Paul. Ain't nothing more worse than selling your soul, selling your dignity, selling your identity for $1. It's nothing worse than that. And they're allowing this like white people are so they getting beat so bad in entertainment, in sports, especially sports, that they have to create a fake fighter. They literally have rigged boxing for Jake Paul for them to have a white athlete that they can get behind. That's what's happening. They literally took a white boy, an actor, and like I said, his brother, they talented athletes. I give him that. His brother's a hell of a wrestler from what I've seen. And even to make it look good from this standpoint, it takes somewhat of a talent, right? We can't say he doesn't have talent, but it's got so bad for white people that, and let's talk about the sports avenue, they have to create a fucking fighter and fix fights just to compete, just to semi-compete. I can't even say they're in the competition. And you wonder why they voted for Trump? You know what I'm saying? Every ad that you're seeing now is next time you watch TV, and I watch a lot of it, it's always pushing interracial relationships. Come on. Why do you think they want to get the Mexicans out of America so bad? Mexicans, even though they identify as Caucasians, a lot of them, they are growing so fast in population in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Then they've been lying about the black population for a while. But then again, our women delete more babies than anybody. This brother had a bar. Black women only delete black babies. They don't delete mixed babies. I said, woo, I had to listen to that a couple times. If y'all seen the video on Free Game 89 at 6 o'clock last night, y'all heard it. Join the Free Game 89 channel. Links in the description, right? So it's got that bad for him. And it's to me, I was disappointed. I'm disappointed, but hey, you got to do what you got to do to feed your family. But you're going to be seeing a lot of these fucking fighters start OnlyFans and start YouTube channel. Them niggas is broke. Trust and believe me, dog. Most of these fighters, your favorite fighters you seen make all these, they broke. They broke. These niggas Ubering, door dashing. Yeah, you could be like, yeah, he made you made all this money. You made all this money. But it's just as like you get when you get money as a teenager, you go blow it. Pay $300 check, man. You gonna get some Jordan, you gonna get some Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? The money gonna be gone. That money be gone. They got side bitches. They buying cars and jewelry. You know what I'm saying? All that money gonna be gone. There's only a handful of smart guys. Like, you know, Errol Spence, you know, bought land and horses and shit. Jamel Charlo is pretty smart with his money. I've seen some content on him. Bud seemed to be pretty, but that's few far in between, bro. That's few far in between. So I'm not surprised that Chavez did it for the money. Really, he didn't have a really good rapport with boxing fans. He was seen as a disgrace. So why not go down as a legendary disgrace? But I clearly believe in my heart of hearts, and I heard behind the scenes that this shit is rigged. And I failed to support it. And I guess Tommy Fury, you know, he was like, I can beat Tommy Fury, and he fucked around and found out he couldn't. He's not a real fighter. He'd be great in a Rocky movie. I think he'd be excellent in a Creed movie. I think it'd be phenomenal. But all he's done is find an avenue to run up a check. But we have to give him his flowers for what he done to female boxing. And I heard that Lady Boy had to give her medal back. I might do a short on that. But we have to give him credit for what he did to female boxing. But then again, I don't give a fuck about female boxing. I don't care about them hoes fighting. I just keep it real. I don't care. Good for them. I don't really care about them fighting. It doesn't get me off. Get me off. Hey, why don't y'all, get some chocolate, get some caramel, you know what I'm saying? Get some whipped cream and get in the ring butt naked and lingerie wrestle. Yeah, I don't care nothing about them hooping, shooting layups, kicking us. Only thing I want to see women do in sports is play tennis. That's it. I don't want to see them hit a golf ball. I don't want to see them shoot a jump shot. I don't want to see them throw a punch, a roundhouse kick, wrestle. I don't want to see it. Sorry, there's so many other things they great at. Act. I'll even mind a female bodybuilder. Go bodybuild. Go build that ass instead of getting BBL. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to hear most of them fucking rap. Sing, yes, love it. Just found out Mariah the Scientist is a dope artist. I don't want to see it. And neither do the women. Look at Disney. They went all female, woke female, She-Hulk, and they did all these female. Nobody wanted to see it. And thus far, they put in a woman as the Black Panther. Their numbers have plummeted. Star Wars, they put the woman as the head. They do all, man, nobody want to see that, brother. If the women don't want to see it, why do we want to see it? And I get it. You aim at a demographic of women because there's more women than guys. But you in the man's lane. Women don't care nothing about comic book movies, and they don't care nothing about sports. If the women mob to the sports, the guys will go there. Tell me I'm wrong. If the women showed up, the guys would go there looking for the women, or it used to be like that. You go to these fights, I guarantee the only good, and I said this in my video the other day, that's why I don't really care for live sporting events. The only live sporting event that I really like going to is a basketball game, college and pro. But good thing about going to a boxing event, to keep it real with y'all, is the women. That's it. It's the women. There's no other reason to go to a boxing event other than the hoes. And they be there. Football, 100,000 people leaving a stadium, can't get home, don't like it. Only good thing about a boxing event is the women that's there. And they only here looking for dudes, so their chances have increased. That's the only good thing about it. I don't care about seeing a live fight live. TV experience too good. Niggas got 4K, 5K, Cinema K is what 8K, man. She care about that shit. But Chavez sold itself out, and most people would. Most people would sell their soul for $1. And that's how you know the true test of somebody's spirit. When you down on your knuckles, when you in the pits, when you down, you feeling down, then when you have a choice to make, that tells you who you are as a person. When you up and good and you got your money, you just stepped on 10 vertebrae to get where you at. You done shitted on millions. You done fired millions of your employees to give yourself a raise. You know what I'm saying? But in the true test of your true times, the trials and tribulations, that's who you really are. What do you do here? When everything is going bad, do you go get the gun and the mask and rob somebody, or you just grind it out and you find a way? That's where you really judge, though. That's why you see all these motherfuckers like Bill Gates. They want to be philanthropists and give all this money back because it's blood money. This is him, or people like him, giving back to get a peace of mind. Okay, if I do this, it'll even out how many people I fucked over. And guys, I'm telling y'all, bro, most of the people that claim they're atheists, they're not atheists, bro. Because right now, if somebody went there and put a fucking chainsaw to their fucking neck or a gun to their neck, niggas gonna be hollering for Jesus. They're gonna be hollering for God. They're gonna be saying, they're gonna start speaking tongues and shit. I don't really get into that shit, but that's what it is. So most people don't Most people don't have no dignity no more, man. We don't stand for shit in this in life no more. Chavez got his, and the thing about it is he disrespected his father's name long ago. So why not go down the fucking legend? Why not go down the most? Hit the link in the description. You can find where I'm creating content that's pinned in the live chat. Why not go down as the biggest fuck up? Don't be a middle road. He said Alphabet Community is about to jump on Kid Austin's jockstrap at the last night performance, tearing him and his pops down. Yeah, I was tearing them whole ass niggas down too. I still ain't got no love for them niggas. But I knew Tevin Farmer wasn't shit. I told y'all that. And Jake Paul paying fighters. Of course he is. I mean, that's common sense. Chavez sperm out the modern brutes. Spilled on the floor when he conceived Junior. Yeah, that nigga's a fuck up. I mean, I don't even know if that's his son. Nigga need to do a DNA test. Of course, even Mike Tyson, old self-help bet, you can tell when you look at that fight. Yep. Chavez is a complete joke, but I do believe Chavez got paid twice last night. He said rounds 1 through 8 was totally different when the last 2 rounds. I mean, shit, man. Hope they're making enough money to sell yourself. Me personally, dog, man, I ain't doing it. Johnny, I'm just gonna say Joni. White fighters are doing well in the UFC. There's Usyk. I mean American fighters, excuse me. I'm speaking of American fighters. Let me sorry to my British brother, my UK brother, Spanish. I don't know what football team they are. I'm speaking of the white American fighters. Yeah. In the UFC, I mean, I don't know much. I know that dude, that John Jones duck. I gotta watch him. But well, I'm kind of speaking of UFC. Next week, Unspoken Road must have. What was they fighting on last night? The Zone. Okay, they fought on the Zone last night. He said Canelo, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, all good with their money. Then you got goofies on Andy Reid. Yeah, I mean Andy. And Andy got his father there. Andy got some bread and told his hoe to kick rocks. Remember that shit? His girl was going around trying to smear his name because he kicked her to the curb. Now that's what women be talking about when you build with a man, he get on and he leave. But women do it all the time. Women come up and they leave a man all the time. So I really don't feel bad for either side that do that. But me personally, though, my loyalty, if the woman that came over me, I couldn't like even if like me and the woman I'm with, we grinded, we build some shit, whatever. I build some shit and I'm with her. And she wanted to do me dirty, whatever, like I still would have a sense of loyalty to her. Versus somebody that I was already self-made and jumped on the bandwagon and tried to take me for everything. Like, I have no remorse for her, But so yeah, but yeah, you're right. Danny Garcia as well with his money. I don't know much about Canelo, but I know he owned like horses and stables. Mikey, I've been to Mikey. Mikey is a backup police officer. Like he went to the police academy just in case his career didn't work out. John Molina Jr. is a police officer now. Shout out to John Molina. Gave us some unbelievable fights throughout his career. I mean, John Molina, when you talking about an exciting fighter, John Molina, that's a good list to get with some guys and get like the most exciting fighter since 2010. I think John Molina would be somewhere on that list. Ruslan Provodnikov will be on that list. I think just off the strength of Branchnik, because they pay to fight, they would be on that. See, the most exciting, when you start talking about these brawlers and shit, when these people start talking about these brawlers and all that shit, and we want to see more brawling fights, support them then. Support them. I swear, support them. A lot of the best fights that you see now is on a small scale. So Peter Branchnik, what was it? John Molina, Henry Lundy, John Molina, and was it Lucas Matias he fought? Madonna and Victor Ortiz. Madonna, Eric Morales was a modern day classic. So when you start kind of talking about the most exciting fights of the last 25 years, or at least the last 20-ish years, it was a lot of exciting fights. Khan and Madonna was another good one. Kotelnik and was that Devin Alexander was good. Matias and Devin Alexander, that's a robbery nobody talk about. Yeah, it was a lot of good fights, just historically. Who was that Asian dude that Omar Figueroa fought back in the day? Man, what was that dude's name, that Asian cat that he fought? Y'all remember that fight that we seen? We never heard from that Asian guy again. Jesus Christ, what was it, man? I don't know, man. I don't know if y'all was watching boxing back then, but he fought an Asian cat. That shit was crack. Hold on, I thought I signed in the box rate. I got to sign back in. Hold on. Let me sign back in the box rate. Sign me out. Yeah, y'all. I don't know, man. Like I'm a boxing hardcore fan. You know, he fought this. I think it was this guy right here. This Neo-To Akaraka. Dude, we never heard from this dude again. This was, man, they was in that bitch banging. I think it was this fight. I want to say it was that fight. I want to say it was this fight. I want to say it was this. I could be wrong. But that fight, man, them niggas was in that bitch banging. Them hoes, they was in that bitch. Oh, my bad. I can't see it. They was in that bitch banging. I don't know how many people remember this fight, but they was in this motherfucker banging. This guy. Yeah, he fought Brash nigga about 6 years ago. Hold on. He fought Omar Figueroa in 2013. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was a good ass fight. I remember that fight. That shit was a good ass fight. I don't know if anybody else remember that fight, but them niggas in that bitch banging. Yeah, he'd try to make all for all their wrongdoings. Yup. He said, yes, I'm from the UK, brother, from England. Yeah, I figured that when I seen the hockey sign. Allen Iverson ex-wife is a real one. Wish I had a girl like that. My thing is this, these women know when they sign up for and they dealing with these certain type of dudes. He said, John Lee's my favorite journeyman. Did he win a world title? Or did he get knocked out in the fourth round and didn't get it? Like, didn't John Molina win the world title? Yeah, John Molina, him and that Matias fight, that's one of the best fights of the last 25 years since the turn of the century. That motherfucker, I thought he was gonna get sparked in that bitch, man. He fought. Crawford beat the shit out that nigga though. That Matias fight was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. Yeah, that Matias fight he fought, that's one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. Oh, he knocked out Mickey Bay in the 10th round. Y'all remember that shit? Yeah, I feel like they fought for a title in that fight. But they don't recognize the WBA no more. Let me see real quick. I feel like, and I'm going to get to the breaking news. We're going to wrap it up soon. Hold on. I want to feel like, let me see. Hold on. Expand. I'm trying to look on Trapology. Damn, who you say he fought? Oh, it was John Molina. Okay, hold on. I can't, hold on. Let me see if we can see. I want to say he won the title fight. So when he fought John Molina, it wasn't no title on the line with John. I feel like he beat Miguel Vasquez for the IBF. So yeah, it wasn't no title on the line. Hold on real quick. It wasn't no title on the line for that fight. So he never won a title? No. Yeah, he never won a title. He challenged for one. Yep, yeah. He never won a title. He lost to Antonio DeMarco. Oh, yeah, remember he lost to DeMarco in the first round? And then the winner was supposed to fight Adrian Broner. He still fought Adrian Broner, though. Knocked out Hank Lundy. Yep, he never got a title. That's crazy. I thought he had got a title. Johnson, salute. But they won't be loyal to you. Yeah, ain't no loyalty. He said, this dog out here farting and shit, man. You gonna have to get the hell on. Angulo, Kirkland, Ortiz, Berto. Hold on. This AI shit picking up on my shit. My bad, y'all. This is crazy. Hold on. YouTube said they removed some content. How you take a video down that I got private? Yeah, whatever. I'm so tired of gay tube. It was a private video. It's crazy. I don't even care. Gulu, Kirkland, Ortiz, Berto, Molina versus Mickey Bay, Vargas versus Salido. Yeah, it was good. Remember Salido versus what was my man's name? He beat down there in Juanma Lopez. That motherfucker got the accusing the ref for gambling. That shit was funny. That shit was funny when Salido beat Juanma. Was it the first or second time? I think it was the second time. One motherfucker he got on the microphone in Spanish and started saying the ref is a gambler, and he said that shit was fun, dog. Boxing used to be lit not too long ago, dog. That was funny. That shit was. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that shit was funny. Wow. One hell of a Sunday already. He said the new UFC champ is called Aspinall. He got nice hands and he's big and quick. Yeah, I heard John Jones. I don't really know. John Jones is about 60 years old. He got the right not to do that. But real quick, let's talk about this breaking news real quick. So apparently, I don't know, y'all been having y'all internet gangster go back and forth. I stayed out of this shit. I really don't care. So Haney and Brian Norman, according to the ring, has agreed to fight, which I don't really like that fight for Haney. I don't know what they getting at. But blessings to them. Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney will meet in the WBO title fight November, Riyadh. Turkey Al-Sheikh announced Haney will attempt to beat. Yeah, he going to sleep. I'm sorry. I got Brian Norman. I love Devin and Bill and them, but I got Brian Norman. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see no way that they beat Brian Norman Jr. He better box. He better box. Norman ain't the best boxer, but I don't really understand this fight. Is they trying to get a Pacquiao fight? What's the point of making this fight? I mean, what do you get out of it? I literally don't get it. So, I mean, but shout out to them. They going to the top dog at welterweight. Boots is going. They tried to fight Boots, and Boots said no. I don't know what's going on with Boots. Every time somebody want to fight him, he always got these excuses. I don't want to do him like this, and like I don't really believe in Boots. I just don't like the way that he move. But yeah, I'll be watching this fight. I would love to see this fight kind of go on in the States. Atlanta will make a lot of sense for this fight. Devin, honed his skills in Atlanta coming up before he signed with a major promoter. But I think the consensus feeling is Devin Haney about to get knocked out. I don't see no other way this fight go. He can box. He better box. You know what I'm saying? But, Norman is still a developing fighter. He got fast hands. Strong kid. But Devin is just going to have to box. And I just, maybe he'd be stronger at 47. But really, when you look at it, what else can he do? Can't force T.O. to fight him. T.O. dug Norman already too, so can't face T.O. to fight. There's nothing else to do for him. There's nothing else to do. You look at Devin Haney outlook, what can you do? You squeeze back Hitchison, that don't make no money. You can't squeeze back down and fight Gary Anton Russell. He ain't never been the main event. So I'm not squeezing back down to do that. So you start looking for it. Can't get Barrios, can't get Rowley. And they love money. The Haneys are people that love to get money. So it doesn't matter. The money is over everything. And I'm telling y'all, that's a nasty trait to have when everything is based off monetary gain. You don't see a lot of the potholes and pitfalls that's in front of you. But they done broke down the film, and I think they in the business of proving people wrong. I think they listen to the internet too much. And that's one thing I give credit to guys like Leo Santa Cruz. He never let people speed him up. He just did his own thing. He know whatever he did, right, wrong, or in between, that people was gonna complain, and Leo always took the high road about it. But like I said, this is why we fight. We can't get mad at him. He taking a risk on a young Brian Norman. And I think it's a path to victory. You just hit and don't get hit, but you gotta kind of fight like he did with Regis. That was a great fight for him. He'd be a little bit stronger. And the jab is going to carry, the jab is what's going to win the fight for him. If he win the fight, the jab is going to win it for him. I think Norman is still kind of tight. He's still developing. And if I'm Devin, I might close the gap on him and try to get inside that power. See if the kid can fight on the inside a little bit. But really the jab. And I think for Norman Jr. and them, they can't go in here looking like we just going to bulldoze him and knock him out. His daddy got to keep him working on that jab. If Norman started going wild caveman and just started to get rugged and all that type of stuff, he's going to have a problem. So I think they should continue the path. Of course, you don't want to box with Devin Haney, but I think the key for Norman is for them to work on the jab. Norman continue to work on the jab, keeping your hands up, and taking your time. But, if that go out the window where he just say, I'm just going to bulldoze Devin Haney, believe it or not, he might get knocked out. I'm going to tell you why. I'm not sure how good his conditioning is on this level, too. And you come out there and you throw all these heavy shots, and you don't get Haney up out of there. And you start getting to 8th, 9th, 10th round, and that's when Haney starts stepping it up. He might stop. He might stop Norman, too. If Norman come out there and just try to bulldoze him and he don't get Devin Haney out of there, and then Devin Haney, start, stepping it up to the mid to the championship rounds, he can get stopped. So he got to be careful. He can't go in there being reckless, or he start getting reckless, he get caught with something that he don't see coming. So I think Norman need to continue the course of his development, but this is the type of fight that's going to test his development, in my opinion, where they keeping his hands up, they working on technique, they using the jab. This is what's going to test him. He going to have an opponent. His dad going to talk a lot of shit. The dad's going to talk a lot of shit. He got an opponent that he feel like he can get out of there pretty quick and soon. And if he go in there like a wild monsoon, no respect, and he don't get Devin out of there, and they get to them championship rounds, he going to get in trouble. And I'm not saying that he got to win the fight from round 1 to round 9. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he needs to just be patient, pace himself, and be patient and pace himself a little bit. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, then step it up to get Devin up out of there. But it's a good fight for the community. I like Brian Norman Jr. I like Bill and Devin. It's a good fight. But if I had to just think about it before, this is my prelim. Without looking at the film, I'm probably gonna roll with Brian Norman. Knockout. But that's just my prelim. So I'm gonna do some film study when I get some chance. Got a few days off next week. Gonna do some Bud and Canelo film study. I have a definitive answer for that. Next week I'll put that on Patreon. I have a definitive answer for that next week. And then I have a definitive answer for this pretty soon as well too. It's a good fight though. It's a good fight. It's good for boxing. So like I said before, I think the Haney's love for money. This was the biggest fight out there. You get a belt, 3-division champion. And if you make a statement, you make a statement. Norman, it make a lot of sense for Norman. Devin Haney got a little bit of buzz. People don't like Devin Haney. You can get some fans off Devin Haney, beat them, and keep it moving. So yeah, the daddy's gonna do all the talking. It's different when the daddy's talking when the sons talk. It's totally different. The fighters need to talk for it to really expand the way it needs to expand. The fighters need to talk. I had went farmer winning. Yeah, you don't know shit about boxing, 704 Joe. I've been telling you to listen to me. Your boy Spence got pants, foots, and paws put on him. Now, Farmer is an average fighter at best, and I'm being fucking nice. But I'm about to talk about it. 7-8 said box, wilder box, beautiful. My God, yeah. I mean, for what I see, he look trash. He needs to retire. Haney about to get iced. I think that's the conventional thought. He said he can't move for 12 rounds. He's gonna have to fight Norman. Well, shit, Shakur moved for 12 rounds. He moved for 12 rounds versus Jose Ramirez. Shit, he's done it before. And Jose Ramirez is a way more experienced fighter than Brian Norman. So let's not challenge this motherfucker about moving for 12 rounds. These fighters today, Him niggas in camp to run for 12 rounds. They moving 12 rounds easy. I'm like, man, these niggas on what these niggas taking before the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy shit about Easy UD by Haney. Norman hasn't fought a slick fighter. Okay. I don't really think that's an issue. He's black, Haney black. I'm pretty sure he sparred plenty of them. He said, I got Haney by UD. Okay. What else, Solid Child? Salute. He said, would be a big statement win for Haney, but do you think he's moving too fast? No, I don't think he's moving too fast. Go ahead. He fought at 144 last time. Haney, a decent body puncher. High chance Norman gets stopped if he starts going on the back foot. No, I don't think so. Shakur wasn't fazed by Kid Austin performance. Said, man, nigga's an arrogant bitch. That's what he is. Nobody care about what he say. I can't stand that nigga. I hope to pay to knock his wig to the upper room. I can't stand that nigga. He talk all that shit. Let me stop. Let's not make it about Norman can cut the ring off. We'll see if he can cut the ring off. Like the comment said before, he hadn't fought a slick fighter. We'll see. He said Tim Bradley said Tevin was going to get beat, and everyone called Tim Austin. And anybody that know boxing knew Tevin Farmer was going to get beat. That's common. Why would even Kid Austin take that fight if they didn't think they could beat Tevin Farmer? Bro, I think a lot of people just don't use common sense. Tevin Farmer is ass. He's a full chili steak, Philly cheese steak of ass. Ain't nothing good about Tevin Farmer. Nigga, he made a way. Shout out to Dog. But he ass. Everybody know that. That boy Norman gonna send Devin to the upper room. Might. Shit, hope they got the EMS on deck on hope they got the EMS on deck in Riyadh season. Shit. Might go to the open room. But Tevin Farmer, man, that motherfucker got sent to that upper room. Tevin Farmer got sent to the upper room quick last night. I was trying to watch the fight and I mistimed it. Hell yeah, I mistimed it. And next thing you know on Twitter, this nigga getting sent to the upper room. And Tevin Farmer's never been any good, bro. Like, look at the guys that he beat him. He was talking like Dog was talking like he was that nigga in that. He bounced back. He be talking like he good. He not good, bro. I see niggas in Philly. Still my guy. I ain't trying to hear that bullshit, nigga. Ain't anybody trying to hear that. It's my guy. That nigga ass. And yeah, they know it. Ain't nothing good about Tevin Farmer. He looked slick versus James Tennis Ball, and he looked good versus him. And JoJo Diaz, a past prime JoJo Diaz, put hands, foot, some toes on him. He not good. We all know it. Yeah, he looked slick versus trash fighters. You know what I'm saying? Then this lets you know how ass William Zepeda is. This lets you know how ass Raimondo Mortella is. You can make a case he got robbed in the previous 3 fights. But that lets you know how trash they are. Come on, that lets you know how they lost to JoJo Diaz. Remember he was blinking his eye and shit? And he was known for beating Juno Carroll, Francisco Forsaca, James Tennis Ball. He beat an old Billy Dibbs. I hope Billy Dibbs. Did Billy Dibbs pass? Because, he had cancer and shit. He was part of the money team until Floyd dipped out on him. Because Billy Dibbs was real sick. Yeah, he's still ticking. Shout out to Billy Dibbs, man. Hopefully he win his fight with cancer. He's still ticking. So shout out to Billy Dibbs. But Kid Austin came out with the speed was the difference. And people could say, well, Farmer didn't make weight. He didn't make weight. That ain't got nothing to do with Kid Austin. Okay, it was Zepeda soft. Zepeda ain't do shit. Zepeda struggled in the first fight, struggled in the second fight. Tevin Farmer, if you are a potential world championship level fighter, you don't struggle with Tevin Farmer. You don't struggle with Tevin Farmer. You might struggle with Tevin Campbell. I'm ready. to love. You might struggle with that. You don't struggle with him. He is absolutely 2 packs of cigarette ass. And he was talking like he was just big. So I'm like, nigga, like, you ass. You fought a couple Mexicans because Mexicans can't deal with people that move. You fought a brother, you know, all that slick shit went out the window. You tried the little dibbity shoobity wop, pop, 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 and you got your wig sent to the upper room. That just lets you know, kind of looking at how he gave Redmondo Mortella fits, how he gave William Zepeda fits. That's why they want smaller boxing rings. That's why they want stationary fighters. Because they deal with they can't even deal with journeyman movement. They was in there getting hurt by a dude who couldn't hurt a deer with an axe saw in his hand. And look how quick this young brother, like he tried to do a little bit, slide to the right, slide to the left. 2-piece this time. Boop, boop, boop. 2-piece this time. Boop, boop, boop. Come on. Come on. That lets you know how, like, these Mexican fighters, dog, they need to evolve. They need to get to the test of times. They struggle with this guy back to back to back. They struggle with this dude back to back to back. Kid Austin didn't take him 3 minutes to send this clown to the upper room. Send him back to the back of Burlington Coat Factory, packing up and unpacking coats. It didn't take him long. This is Tevin Farmer should have never won a world championship. Him getting the world title, shout out to his promoter. He's a Hall of Fame promoter for getting him more. He's not any good. Nothing good about Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer should just stick to fighting Mexicans. This is why they want small rings. This is why they don't want you to move. Because they can't handle it. They can't handle it. They can't handle this. Proves it right here and there. This dude gave 2 up-and-coming Mexicans that's supposed to be the future faces or possible faces of Mexican boxing, and Zepeda and Redmondo Mortella, and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Shout out to Jeezy. Yeah. Yeah. And look what happened when he get in there with a journey, with a prospect. He got clipped. A ref like Hagler. He got clipped. So that just let you know that's why they need to have an advantage just to compete with us. They need an advantage. If I'm Tevin, I just fight Mexico, beating up on Mexicans. Why not? Why not? But that first, what would he threw like a jab right hook when he clipped his ass. That was a jab right. You usually don't see that combination. He threw a jab right hook from the orthodox position. I don't know if that's something they worked on, but he threw a jab right hook. That wasn't no jab straight right. He threw a jab right hook. That was a nice combination. My brother threw a jab right hook. That was a nice combination that he threw. A jab right hook. You wouldn't even have thought that how fast that came out. No, did he? Man. So that was crazy. That was crazy. But honestly, Tevin just wasn't good. And I wish people, be hyping these guys up, man. I wish people watched the fights. He knew he wasn't no good. The way he was talking, I'm stronger than him, and I heard all my 7 opponents, and then he gonna be all right. He talking like these niggas all want to talk like they Floyd Mayweather. That's all they talk about is like they Floyd. These niggas all like just be cloning, like talking like Floyd Mayweather. Like, no, you not that guy. You lucky to have a world title, bro. You're lucky to have a world title. How they got your world title, man, it needs to be studied. How to promote boxers. It need to, right then and there. Right then and there. But that the way that jab right hook came off, they practice on that. Hold on. He said I can't stand Shaquem Raccoon Stevenson. Shaquem Raccoon Stevenson. I don't like that dude neither, dog. He said I meant to say I like Devin, but not that Norman fight. Too dangerous. Ryan Steele, big fight. Ryan done. If Tevin was good, he was supposed to prove it versus Floyd Holyfield. And he ain't good. We all been knew that. I understand why Tank was ducking him for so long. Devin got hit repeatedly with the left hook that definitely needs to be worked on defensively. Like you still talking about steroid left hook. He said I'm calling it Floyd Holyfield going to pop hot. I don't know. I can't really speak on that, but we'll see. Did he get hit with the shit or nah? Who you talking about? Y'all, I ain't going back to that. Y'all can talk about shit. The fight didn't even start before Tevin was done. I was disappointed. They went life and death with Tevin. Yeah, the Mexicans, Floyd not even good for real. Floyd Schofield, I don't know. Nigga look good last night. Motherfucker, nigga look good last night. That jab hook right on the button was not. Yeah, well, he looked good last night. Look, that's a big ass one, lightweight too. That kid pretty big and got fast hands. He said Farmer looked good against the others, but struggles against the brothers. So like a salam, my brother. He said it did look like a straight from first glance. Then the steel frame pick was crazy. It was a fucking right hook. It was a fucking right hook. He said Kid Austin hit Tevin with the same combo as Daddy. Whoa, wow. Man, gotta keep these hoes on their toes. Mama Holyfield, I bet that bitch still fucking with him. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that woman still messing with him? And I already know how these women get down. He said, are they going to have a revisionist history now? Like he didn't just finish ducking people. Oh, you talking about Shakur? Oh, Floyd Holyfield? I don't care. Hey, I don't care. He ain't fight Shakur Stevens. I don't care nothing about Shakur Stevens. I'm glad he ducked Shakur Stevenson. Good. Good. And then this idiot Malik Beasley getting investigated for fixing games. These niggas are so dumb, dog. You about to sign a contract and you getting investigated for fixing games. How dumb can you be? Well, it is what it is. You got any questions, I'll answer them. Got any questions, I'll answer them. But that shit was crazy last night. I'm about to watch the fight, and I see the nigga Kid Austin doing the interview. I said, what happened? I go on Twitter, the nigga Tevin Farmer eyes straight as hell. That nigga, I've been delivered. Nigga can see straight for once. Hold on. I'm betting that Zepeda wins on points. I don't know if they can rob Shakur. If he struggled with this Tevin Farmer the way he struggled, if Zepeda struggled with Tevin Farmer like that, I don't know what to say. Real talk. If he struggled with that, man, Shakur might stop Zepeda. He said, "If we like the fighter or not, a duck is a duck. Dark or no, I don't care. I'm being biased here. No, I'm glad he ducked him. Shakur didn't deserve to get no money. He didn't deserve to get no money. He didn't deserve to get that money. I'm gonna say Shakur duck Floyd Schofield now. So, yeah. I'm anti Shakur. I'm anti Shakur. Other than that, I ain't got no other questions, man. I don't know. What we hitting on? You ain't got no other questions? I'm gonna address Ryan later today. Shout out to the Knicks. Y'all about to get a woman as a head coach. Shout out to the Knicks. Y'all about to be the real Sunset Park. Sunset Park, what? Yeah, I'm about to watch that today. He said anti-Shakur zone over here. Shakun, there's no anti-Shakun. If the clan was stumping out Shakun, I help him. Yep. Can't stand that nigga, man. He said Wilder got a chance. Hold on, what? Wilder got a chance to come back. It's over with. Wilder need to pack it up. How dare Stevenson name after Tupac, man? Tupac rolling over in his grave. Wilder got a chance to come in. Wilder is cooked. Wilder need to go sit his ass down. Sunset Park Classic. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, Sunset Park Classic. I didn't know that was Danny DeVito's wife, or they separated. Danny DeVito was hitting on girlfriend the Bizak. He said Floyd versus Mason should be next. They both young. I mean, I don't know. They both too big lightweights. I mean, if they fight next, I really wouldn't care. I like to see it. Schofield and 5. Don't drink and drive. Schofield and 5. So, no, I don't know. I ain't watching enough of neither one of them to know. I like what I'm seeing from Abdullah Mason, though. He getting a lot better. He getting a lot better. So, they doing a great job of covering up them gaps. But, hold on. Give Wilder 3. Man, give Wilder 3 more tune-ups. Man, it's a wrap. It's over with. You over with. Talking about give Wilder. Tank go fight Floyd. Watch. Tank ain't fight no black person like that. I ain't getting NCAA. I don't play college football. So, yeah, I ain't played as a kid. I played it for like a minute until Madden come. I ain't buying Madden. I ain't buying NCAA football. Them shits be ass. I'm not a college guy, so yeah, I'm not a college guy at all. I ain't buy the last one. Wilder should just go on Wilder should go retire. Go raise your children. So how come Marcellus Wilder wasn't at his big brother come? I don't know. I really don't care about that. Tank looking like he gonna dig roach. What? What the roach? Wow. Duck roach, I think even like, oh man, he might. They say, they say Tank on the spectrum. They say Tank reading rainbow. Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading rainbow, I can go anywhere. They say Tank be. They said that one dude that was Tank manager, business partner, said Tank be trying to take pussy from guys. Yeah, that's what they say. They say Tank, Tank on both sides of the motherfucking Tank betting on both sides of I can believe it too. Look how he dressed. Nigga shaped like a bitch anyway. Are you surprised? Nigga look like a little girl. Nigga be slapping his hips in the kitchen, twerking in the kitchen and shit. Is y'all surprised? Nigga, a whole blade. Hell yeah, whole blade. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, next subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave this one up for the gang. Peace.